Qadoshyah is here from Oklahoma. She is a delegate for Ron Paul. And the ragamuffin-hating Republican establishment is trying to take that away from her, but she's fighting. She has filed a lawsuit, and I'm going to let her tell you about that.
Thank you. Glad to be here, everyone. A lot of you, I'll give a little bit of a background. A lot of you probably remember Oklahoma's parking lot convention with the pizza bomb, right? So, we had one of the craziest state conventions there really was this election cycle. And it's been a long few months. We've submitted a complaint to the Oklahoma Republican Party, which was dismissed. And so therefore we took it up with the RNC Committee on Contest. And for the last month and a half, just about the last month, we've had a lot on our plate. We filed a contest at the end of July. Within a few days, we received a response from the Republican Party of Oklahoma full of lies and misstatements, and it was really sickening to read it all, because how can they just flat out say these things that are just complete lies, and expect people to believe them? And so the Committee on Contest, of course, believed them and sided with them, again, ruled against us, and so we appealed that. And myself, as well as a couple of our district alternates and a few others, came down on Monday to testify in front of the contest committee. It was not the easiest thing to do, because they countered with a lot of lies, and so it was hard to sit there and listen to people just say outright lies about, we all know what happened at Oklahoma. They just messed us up really bad and just decided to railroad a convention. And ultimately we got a late night notice on Wednesday night that Oklahoma was ruled against again. Not a big surprise. And so we decided to appeal that to the Credentials Committee. Yesterday we got that appeal in, and this morning we went to that committee. I did not testify, but I was there as a witness. And it was quite overwhelming to sit there and listen to them and all their arguments. We got to hear Maine's arguments first, and it was shocking to see just the complete disregard they have for the people of Maine. And so they ruled against Maine, and while I still had a little bit of hope that we might win, ultimately we came down to it. We gave our side, the other side gave their side, and only one delegate in that entire committee stood up for us and asked questions. Yes, he was a Ron Paul delegate, but no one else stood up, and there were other Ron Paul delegates on that committee, but no one else stood up for us and asked questions to make the committee think. And so after an hour of each side presenting their facts, they just said, we want to stick with the Committee on Contests ruling, and Oklahoma's delegates don't need to be unseated and properly filled according to Rule 17. It wasn't a real surprise that they did this, because seeing everything that they have done to us over the last month, they don't care about the rules. They don't care about the will of the people. They don't care about running things right. And so ultimately it's a matter of the Mitt Romney camp versus the Ron Paul camp. Even though we kept Ron Paul out of our challenge, it wasn't about that. It wasn't because we lost that we challenged. It was because the rules weren't followed, and so we wanted to stand up because we had to stand up for what was right. This hasn't been an easy fight. We put a lot into this. There's been lots of stress involved. We've heard a lot about things that have been said to us. It's been quite a challenge to do this, but we had to stand up. Many of us, it's an exhausting process to fight such a huge establishment, but we had to stand up, and today was the last stand, and ultimately it fell. Not a surprise, but we did what was right, and we made everyone aware in that committee, and it'll now be in the record that Oklahoma didn't follow the rules, and it'll be a lesson to learn, and people will know that we aren't giving up. We're here for the long fight, and we have to keep this going.